Good morning, Global Scholars. Today is Tuesday, April the 14th. Welcome back from spring break. I hope that you had a relaxing, stress free, and enjoyable break. Did you get a chance to take one of the virtual spring break trips that we were hosting on our websites? If you did, don't forget to ask your parents to help you share your pictures with us. We can't wait to see and learn all about your spring break adventures. I'm so glad that you're back with us and ready to learn. On this day in history in 1828, Noah Webster copyrighted the first edition of his dictionary. In 1860, on this day in history, the first Pony Express rider reached his destination of San Francisco. He left St. Joseph, Missouri on April the 3rd. And lastly, the event that I want to share with you on this day in history, in 1865, Abraham Lincoln was assassinated by John Wilkes Booth. At this time, please join me in saying the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Now for our morning affirmation pledge. Repeat after me. Today is a new day and a new beginning. I promise to use this day to the fullest by giving my all. This is my life and I choose to make it a success. I am strong, I am important, I am loved. At this time, I would like to wish a few happy birthdays to some people, starting with April the 6th. Happy belated birthday to Bowen Maggard and Samuel Ramsey. April 7th, happy belated birthdays to James Boyd and Marin Hester. April the 8th, happy belated birthday to Jace Irby and Judah Stuck. April the 10th, happy belated birthday to Kate Bordeaux. April the 12th, happy belated birthday to Henry Green, Robert Mays, Samuel Stradley, and Hayden Tobe. April the 13th, happy belated birthday to Phoebe Whiteside. And happy birthday today to Luke Ames, Kaya Golden, and William Weathersby. Our special guest for this morning is Miss Rachel Herrick. Miss Rachel has some mindfulness activities that she would like to share with us. All right, Miss Rachel, we're ready. Take it away.
Everyone, Miss Rachel here. I'd like to invite you to join me for an activity for Thoughtful Tuesday. So for this activity, you're going to need a piece of paper and some crayons or markers. And what we're going to do is I'm going to invite you to kind of come to a nice comfortable position and kind of do a body scan and check in with yourself on how you're feeling and what your mood is. And where in your body are you carrying that mood? Is it hard like clay or is it light as a feather? And just kind of notice. You can check in with your body by placing a hand over your heart or a hand on your tummy. And take those slow, deep breaths in through your nose and out through your mouth. And ask yourself, what is my mood today? You might notice that when you're feeling happy, you act and behave in a kind and generous way. Or sometimes if you're feeling grumpy, you might act or behave kind of selfish or in a mean way. It's really important to understand all of our moods and that all of our feelings are okay. So a couple more deep breaths. Now, I'd like to invite you to choose a marker or a crayon and draw your mood. You might pick a blue crayon to represent one feeling or a green crayon to represent a different feeling. The choice is yours. And just to give you an example, here is my mood. You'll notice the light blue is I'm feeling kind of going with the flow, trying to relax. This dark blue squiggly represents my kind of sadness and worry about things that are happening. And I don't know if you can quite see it, but there's some yellow and red down here that represents my hope, because I hope to see you all soon. So you might keep your picture nearby with you today to remind you of how you're feeling. Or you might notice that you're feeling a different mood and draw a new picture. Paying attention to your mood can help your behaviors also. I hope you guys have a great day, and I hope to see you soon.
Thank you, Ms. Rachel. Those are really great strategies. I hope that each of you will take time to use some of those mindful practices that Ms. Rachel shared with us this morning. The character trait that we will continue to practice for the month of April is compassion and empathy. Empathy is the ability to understand how someone else is feeling. It is the ability to put yourself in someone else's shoes and to understand the way a situation might make them feel. First, empathy is about sharing an emotion with someone or feeling the way they feel, even if you aren't in the same situation. Have you ever felt sad with a friend just because he was sad? That's empathy. So, for example, if you feel sad with your friend because he didn't make the soccer team, even though you aren't affected by him not making the team, that's empathy. Sharing his sadness is a kind of empathy. Empathy is really important for how we get along with people. Whether you can be a good friend, get hired for a job, be successful with a team of others, all of those things depend on being able to understand how other people might feel. Empathy is at the root of all healthy relationships. It helps you to know how your actions affect others, what actions you need to take to be a good friend or a teammate, and it helps you understand more about the people and the world around you. If you want to understand and build your ability to understand others, here are some great things that you can do to start. You can practice putting yourself in someone else's shoes and develop the ability to read facial expressions and body language. To understand how someone else is feeling, we need to read the cues that they give us. What does it mean if someone is frowning? What if their arms are crossed? What if someone's eyebrows are raised high above their forehead? These are just a few ways you can practice compassion and empathy for others. Starting this morning, we have a new addition to our morning announcements. It's called Mystery States. So, how does it work? Each morning, I will give you 4 different clues about one of the 50 U.S. states. You need to use those clues to help figure out which of the 50 U.S. states is our mystery state of the day. Make sure that you submit your answer to me via the Jones Family e-learning website. Just log on and scroll all the way down to the bottom and submit your answer, and tune in the next morning to hear whether or not you got the answer correct or not. Not only will it be a lot of fun, but you'll also get to learn some trivia about each of our different U.S. states. Here are the clues for our first mystery state. Clue number 1. The first brick street in the world was laid in this state in 1870. Clue number 2. This was the first state to enact a sales tax. Clue number 3. Nearly 80% of this state is covered with forest. Clue number 4, the first Mother's Day was celebrated in this state in 1908. And the last clue, Pennsylvania and Maryland border this state on the north. Kentucky and Ohio make up its western border. What is this mystery state? Make sure you submit your answer and tune in tomorrow morning to morning announcements to check to make sure that you were able to get the right mystery state. It's time for our jokes of the day. Our first joke was submitted by Dash Dorfman. Dash is a global scholar in Miss Cheatham's class. Why did the clock go back for seconds? Because it was hungry. Thank you, Dash, for sharing that joke with us. Next, we have a joke that was submitted by Anderson DePass. Anderson is a student in Miss Thompson's class. Why did the frog cross the road? To show it had guts. Thank you. Thank you, Anderson, for that joke. That was a very funny joke as well. All right, Global Scholars, don't you forget to submit your funny jokes to me via the Jones Family e-learning website. Scroll all the way down to the bottom of the page and you can see where you can upload and submit your best joke to feature during our morning announcements. I can't wait to laugh. We have reached the end of our morning announcements for today. Global Scholars, I want to leave you with 2 reminders. The first reminder is our Cubs expectations. Choose to be responsible, use kind words and actions, be respectful, and stay safe. And the last reminder, you are strong, you are important, you are loved. See you all tomorrow.